Welcome to my very first cash stuffing video. I don't know how well it's gonna go, but I just wanted to see, well, I know I personally want to see like a realistic, first starting out, no idea what we're doing, cash stuffing video. And all the ones I've seen are like with the pretty binders and with the pretty envelopes, with the savings challenges and all these things. I just want to see something that reflects where we are at in our budgeting journey, and I decided to make it. So hopefully you who are watching can kind of see what it's like. Just, well, we started in January, but so I have been collecting things along the way. But yeah, let's just dive right into it. So my daughter actually got into the money pockets as I was trying to set up for this video, and tore, well, didn't tear, but well, you'll see. This is what she did. She took the money out of said pockets. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to empty all the envelopes. I'm going to put them in my makeshift money holder. And you're going to come on the journey with me and restuff all of our envelopes because, yeah, why not? Okay, this is, and I actually don't even know what oh boy, what order they're even in. Like, they're, so the reason I'm emptying them all out and not just leaving some is because I don't know what envelope she's taken money out of and what she hasn't. So yeah, we're just gonna do it all so that, whoops, we can figure it out. And yes, I do know what order the envelopes go in. I have them written down in my budgeting document, I guess you could call it. Whoops, this goes here. This goes here. And yes, some of these envelopes, by the way, I bought most of this stuff from the dollar store. So yes, these envelopes are paper. I am in the process of getting like the actual plastic ones so that they don't end up like this when my husband uses it. Okay. I'm just gonna, I hope you guys can see. I can't quite see what you guys are looking at, but hopefully you can. I'm gonna have to do it condensing soon, my goodness. Oops. 20, 10, 100. And yes, they are all not facing the right way, and my OCD is a little bit woo right now, but we will go back and do them as well. I just gotta get into the other envelopes because why not? Right. Now, that's some good tea. I'm just gonna open up my budget. Okay, so before I begin, I do want to just I do use the Aesthetic Dollar budgeting templates, just the PDF versions. We don't have it in the budget right now to get the paper copies, like in the actual planner version, but I do want those when we are able to afford it. As of right now, we're just going to use these. I don't know why I'm in July, but okay. And yeah, so this is kind of how I budget our paycheck. So I am a stay-at-home mom who does teach piano on the side, which brings in a little bit of money, but not much. So my husband does bring in our main chunk of income with both of his jobs. So we budget with that mostly. So I forgot these were on my wrist. So yes, this is how I budget. We have our fixed expenses, our variable expenses, and our subscriptions. And I just leave those in our bank account because they every single thing on this, not every single thing, but our subscriptions and our fixed expenses, they all automatically withdraw from our bank account. So I don't bother with those. I do put them in our paycheck breakdown so that I know where that money is and where it's going. The same thing with our variable expenses like gas and groceries. I don't bother putting money aside for those, like physical money aside for those. I just set a specific amount aside for that paycheck, I guess you would call. So the next page is where we get into our actual money. So we are still in debt with a line of credit and some student loans, but we are very close to paying that off. So, which is honestly why we started cash stuffing, just so that we would be able to pay that off faster. And not just that, but we will be able to still set aside a little bit of money for the things that we want or the things that we need. And we don't have to worry about that, whether or not that's in our bank account. So, this is probably what you guys want to see. So this is where our cash planning comes in. So we have our high priority sinking funds and our low priority sinking funds, which there are 9 of each, I believe. 9 high priorities and 7 low priorities. Blah, 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 blah. So I have our envelopes here that need to be put back into their order. So we're just gonna set this up so that I can see it while I am figuring out the order of these. So, oh look, this is the first one in our low priority. It goes there. Fun is also low priority. I'll just put them all in low priority. First home is low priority. High priority, high priority, high priority. Date night is high priority. Income tax. Prep. Actually, I think I might put that in low priority because income tax is now passed for now. It will come back around. Clothing, cash stuffing, airsoft is low priority, technology is high priority, hair is low priority, army gear is high priority, travel is low priority, and so is the garden. Now, please no judgment on what we consider high priority and low priority. Most of our high priority things are like cash stuffing, for example. I just want to get it all done and over with before moving it. Actually, we're just going to delete the envelope anyways once I have everything that I need / want. So I just wanted to get that done and over with as quickly as possible so that we could take the money that I'm putting in the cash stuffing and put it into probably car maintenance because, well, we have a couple older cars And they're always needing some form of maintenance. Anyways, now I just need to put them actually in their order. So car maintenance is first, and then it's army gear. Army gear, technology, home, date night. And yes, we do put date night in high priority because I don't see my husband a lot, and I would like to. One of my highest love languages is quality time, and we do set aside at least one night a month where we go out and we spend time together intentionally without our child. So that has become incredibly high on our priority until at least he's done his army training, and then yeah. Okay, where was I? Date night, income tax. I put into low priority, but that's okay. We'll have to switch that around on our actual thing. Kids, clothing, cash stuffing. There's our high priority and our low priority. Drinks, airsoft, hair, fun, travel, first home, garden, and you know what? I am going to stick income tax back into high priority just because with his 2 jobs, it tips him over the, it tips us over the income line, I guess you would say, for actually having to pay income tax. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting next year. It goes after home here. Okay, those are now all ready to go to be restuffed. So I'm so glad I wrote everything that was in the envelopes before she messed them up. Otherwise, I'd have no idea what I was doing. So, I'm just gonna make sure that these are all facing the right way, because I know some of you understand why they have to be facing the right way. So, oh, these are actually mostly facing the right way. There you go. I'm kind of shocked. Now for tens. If you can't tell, I live in Canada. We have really fun colored money. Oops. Okay. Okay, I'm shocked we only have one 100. All right, let's start. Car maintenance gets 100. I always put $100 in every single paycheck because we're actually getting close to being finished. all the maintenance projects we've been working on. We still have the back rotors to do as well as the brakes, and they're an aux situation in our station wagon. So, yeah, and then I actually think that's, oh, and struts as well, which I think we're going to be doing in September, so we have a little bit of time to save up, but yeah, it's a lot. We just went through a whole lot with those cars, so it feels good to actually have money back into the envelope. Okay, Army gear, because the Canadian Army doesn't give you all the gear it needs. That's a problem for another time. Technology gets 50. Home gets 20. Oh, you know what? I'm looking at the wrong piece of paper. Let's try this again, because I actually don't know how much is supposed to be in each one. I'm just leaving what needs to be in there. Okay, so car is good. Car has 100. Army needs 65. How much did I put in there? 50? 65. Technology needs 180. And 50, 70, 80. Okay, we're good. Home renos and maintenance needs 20. Income tax needs 20. Date night is 45. 45. 40. Goes into kids. Oops. 50 goes into clothing. 55 goes into, what is this? Cash stuffing. Oh, that's a lie. Well, I can deal with that later. I did buy something for cash stuffing yesterday that I actually need to put this money into our back to the bank envelope, but I can do that at a later time. Maybe at the end of the video I'll do that. Okay, drinks. Gets 10. So this is not just like any drinks. These are our fun drinks on our date night. Or like if we have a night where she's not home, where she's with my mom or my sister, and we just want to kick back and relax. Those are for our fun drinks. So that's why we have a separate envelope for it. $10 into airsoft, which is one of my husband's hobbies. He hasn't been able to do it for a while, but we still like to keep a little bit of money in there for when he does go back, because tickets to the events and things like that are not cheap. So 45 goes into hair, 20 goes into fun, 65 goes into travel, 50 goes into the first home, and $10 goes in the garden, because I did just spend a whole bunch of money in the garden, so it's pretty low now. Okay, so our sinking funds have all been put back to order, so they can go back into our little pouch. Cool. Next up, we got the holidays. Okay, so I did get some nice envelopes for the holiday, both the holidays and the savings challenges, just because I don't like the paper envelopes. They rip up and they're kind of not nice to work with. But these are phenomenal, so I'm using these. I'm just gonna start. Okay, so $80, 70, 80 goes into seasonal activities, which I'm preparing to take my niece and my daughter to the zoo at some point this summer when my husband is away. So wish me luck with a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. So, okay, birthdays gets 50. It was just my husband's birthday, so we did spend all the money in here on his birthday. So we're just starting to stock it back up now for the next birthday to come around, which will be mine, I guess, right? Yeah. Valentine's Day gets 60. So we're actually getting close to being up to Valentine's Day being fully funded, which is awesome. All right, Easter gets 60. Mother's Day gets 10, because, well, it did just pass. Okay, Father's Day gets 130. Huh. Okay, so obviously I did this wrong because we only have $50 left, which is, honestly, that's okay, because I have to do cash shipping, or cash condensing soon anyway, so 130 for Father's Day. Which I might have to go back and just fix some of this stuff, but I can do that off camera. That's no problem. $60 goes into something's wrong. Hold on. Activities, birthdays has 50. Valentine's Day has 60. Easter has 60. Mother's Day has 10. Father's Day is 125. That's high. $125 for Father's Day. Sorry, I must have miscounted that. Thanksgiving has 60. Which, actually, you know what? I'm going to use 20s for this one. 20, 40, whoops, 60. Okay, Thanksgiving. And you know what? We're gonna take the 50 out of here, the 2 50s out of here too, and use the $20 because 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. I want the bigger bills for Christmas when it shows up. Halloween. How much does Halloween have? 55, 20, 40, 55. Christmas gets $325, I think. Yeah, $325. So that's 150, 170, 190, 210. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Okay, so that's 150 right here. Thanksgiving, Mother's Day. I'm going to take the $50 out of Easter, and we're going to exchange it for 2 20s and a 10. I can use the 10s and the 5s for the challenges. That's no big deal. But I think the next video I do will be cash condensing. So what's this then? 200. Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna have to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 125. Whew, this is going to be a big envelope. I think as soon as I get my new binders in, I'm going to do cash condensing. And yeah, okay, gifts gets nothing because I forgot that it was in here. Whoops. So it'll just have to wait until the next time we do a cash stuffing. And that's, whoops, that's everything for, what is going on here? Halloween, Father's Day, Thanksgiving, Father's Day, Mother's Day, Easter. There we go. That's it for holidays. And last but not least, we have our challenges. So, I've got the $5 savings challenge going right now. Currently, I have, let's see here. Oh, I forgot to mention, I got these envelopes from a lovely little shop, actually, who honestly is really, really close to where I live, which is really, really nice. I didn't know that until after I had ordered it and it got to me. And she gave me a little freebie from Aline Shop. I think that's what it's called. I think that's how you say her name. I think so. She gave me this cute little freebie with the envelopes that I bought from her. And it's actually just kind of helping me keep track of our $5 challenge, and every time we get to the $75, I'm going to deposit it back into the bank. I say deposit. We're going to be using all of our challenges to pay off our debt. So hopefully it's just a little extra payment into the debts that we have, and hopefully we get them paid off a lot faster. So $75 goes into the $5 challenges. That's fine. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, not 75. That's our goal. We have $25 right now in our $5 challenge. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Go back in there. That's that. Now, onto our movie challenges. So, my husband, story time. My husband, as I mentioned before, is now in the reserves for our country's army. And in order to, he wanted to do like workouts to be able to like at least survive a little bit his training weekends and his weeks. And so we came up with the idea of doing a TV show workout. If any of you know what that is, it's kind of awesome. So we did Stranger Things. We actually did a whole bunch of them, but Stranger Things we did this workout for. And while he worked out, I actually, every time the character did the thing that he had to work out for, I actually made a tally beside Well, here, I'll just show you actually, because I have it right here. Let's see here. Stranger Things. I'll show you one that I've already paid into. So this one here. So every time Mike said L, he'd have to do 20 jumping jacks. But then I'd make a tick beside in this column here. And however many ticks I made throughout that whole episode, that's the amount of money we put into the savings challenge. I just thought it was a really cool idea for him to both get in shape and for us to save a little bit of money. So yeah, that's what our movie challenge is. Whoops. So Stranger Things actually gets $90. So 20, 40, 60. You know what? We're just going to do tens because we have a ridiculous amount of tens left over. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Just got to double count that. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Go into Stranger Things. Okay. Good. So we do Supernatural as well. Since we finished Stranger Things, we need a new TV show to watch. So we're rewatching Supernatural. I don't really want to tell you how many times I've watched it. It's one of my favorite TV shows, so I'll just leave it at that. So Supernatural only gets $10 because I only put the money into the envelope if there's room for it in the budget. If there's not room for it, I don't. So which is why we've only done like 3 episodes of Stranger Things and 1 episode of Supernatural into our envelopes. So we also do Bridgerton, which I kind of forced him to watch, so it's fine. So we need $30 into Bridgerton. Okay, so that's our movies and our, whoops, I forgot to put this back on here. It's kind of acting off my tab. Okay, and our $5 challenge. Now we're into our 1 month ahead. So our 1 month ahead, I kind of got the idea because the Static Dollar does this as well, where it's like the lifestyle savings challenge, I think is what she calls it. And I was like, that's genius, let's do that. So we also do it. And now we still live in my parents' house, in their basement to keep rent at a low amount, which is really, really nice, both because we get a cheap rent and we get free babysitting. So it all works out. So for rent, we actually have $180 in rent right now. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 180. I'm just gonna double check that it is actually 180 before I put it in because I would hate to miscount. Okay, so 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 20, 10, 20, 40, 60, 80. Hold the phone. I did something wrong here. Let's try this again. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 180. Oh, can't forget to put that back on there. My little makeshift tab. Groceries, gets 45. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Car insurance gets 45. 1, 2. Oh, we're saving these ones for the 90 because 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Okay, phone bills also gets 45. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Oops. Come on. Go in. Debt payments gets 90, so this is 40 here. 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a cash condensing soon. And then gas, hopefully this turns out to be 40. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. We have an extra 5. I don't know where that came from. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. We're gonna have to go through and recheck it all, but I can do that off camera. Okay, and so that's it for our challenges. And there we go. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope to see you again for my next video, which hopefully will be coming soon. Thanks.